she's that you're talented. Both of you are talented, beautiful women, and men need to see that. I mean, the boss thing is cool, but
Right.
it make you kind of bossy, and men, it definitely can, because you'll see the man go to someone else, and you say, "Well, I got this. I got." How many of you felt like that? You feel that you're way more qualified, and you do not understand how you're looking at your resume and looking at that, and you wondering how then listen what you think too. Oh, that's all right. It only gonna last a year. I'll be in, and then they be together for 10 years, and you can't even understand why.
Yeah.
You find out there's that strength versus, the right fit. So one of the things, like Carice kind of hinted around at it, the softness that we don't show is the vulnerability side, because we can't trust that. Just like men don't trust women with their heart, for a while, we hold that part of us, that vulnerability part of us, back too. We will give you our heart quicker than we would share our vulnerability.
That's
You
good.
give the heart more than the real you.
No, we will give you the real us, but we'll fall in love with you first before we are willing to share our vulnerability with you.
Yeah. Being vulnerable is a whole nother level. Like,
Fear of abandonment. Because if you give all of that and then the person leaves you, or has that in a way that they can take that, quote unquote, take the kindness or the vulnerability as a weakness, then you're in a whole different category sometimes. I mean, I think that women are more compassionate when men show their authentic self. They'll nurture, but men may prey on that and take advantage or exploit that.
there it is. And that's why people are afraid to be vulnerable, because you can, once you expose things, it's like, man, will they use that against me? And so people are a little bit more apprehensive when it comes to being vulnerable.
That, and then you also had mentioned doing this, that, and all these things. You have been cultivated to be the problem solver. So when men are coming to you to unburden what their concerns are, you're like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. It's like, no, baby, I just need you to listen. But they don't know how to say that, so they just start throwing randoms. And I'm like a solutions oriented person. I'm like, well, what you want me to do? We always feel like we have to do something, because that's the burden other people use our strength for. We're like,
oh, that's so
hey,
good.
can I just breathe right now? Can I just relax? But no, it's we don't understand where you need us or how you need us, but it's the need that knits the two together, right? Because men have to feel needed, and stronger women are able to identify. I know that's been a struggle for me. Identify what need do you have, because I'm like, okay, I love you. I've told you that. I've hugged you. I've gave you a kiss today. I've asked you how your day was. Like, I'm fresh out right now. So help me out. What do you need from me?
Once he tells you, then you gotta remember, if he says he wants blue, don't have the answer in your head that is red. He told you.
Right.
He asked. Sometimes we ask and we still are looking for another answer, and it's just that simple, right, Frederick? We know what we want. So when you ask us, if we only require one thing, why do 5 or 6 other things and forget about the one thing that we want? That's
ineffective listening. That's what's happening.
You've already you've already decided what you're going to do for him.
That's right.
No matter what he wanted, you said, I'm already got something in the car that's similar to what he said. I'm just going to give him that. That's not giving or love, because let's say something that's a perfume, and I think you talked about this. Perfume, one is $200, one is $50. The one that you love and the one you want is $50. That's it. The $200 one. So what I share with people is you get both, because you're the one who wants the $200 one, but you got to give the person what they want as well, because that's what they're going to truly appreciate. The $200 one you can get for yourself, but you're not really getting that for the other person, because that's not what they asked for. And you ask them. So you can't say they're ungrateful, they don't appreciate. You could have saved $200 and just got them the $50, and it would have felt like $200 to them, because that's what they want. Does anybody know what I'm talking about when we talk about listening and true giving?
Yeah, That part's hard. And I think too, for us as women, it's because people have manipulated so much in the past. So when we hear that's what you want, we're like, I don't know about it, because you're showing me something different, or my experience with you hasn't always panned out. So for example, I've been in relationships where someone will tell me they want exactly this, and I give them that, and they're looking for something else. And that's because they didn't come update me that they changed their mind on the thing they said they wanted. So that's ineffective communication, right? You sent me down this rabbit hole when I actually just needed to make a right turn, and there's the item. Let me bring it back to you. So like, there's that guessing game. I like to be discovered. So I don't want to sit around and be like, here, my favorite color is this. You know, I like having genuine conversations that discover each other, but then there are things that I don't. I was telling Jabril this one guy, I'll call him Babe for a second, but he was, one of the things that I love about him is that he can articulate his feelings very well. And we found ourselves in a situation that he basically told me I was being selfish, even though that was not my intention and not what I was trying to do. But the words he used inferred to me that was pretty selfish of you to not consider that he would be thinking about that. Right. It was very mature observation. And in this situation, I wanted to give him a high five, but that would have been condescending at the time. But I was going to be his biggest cheerleader, because it's the one thing that is so difficult to find. People can at least, they can tell you they're upset or they're feeling some type of way, but they can put it in words that you'll understand, where it's not an attack. Like what he described for me, he led me through this journey, which was like, so the situation was, well, the words that he used was, it's like, I know you wanted everything to be perfect in that regard, but you didn't consider it was just a way to maximize the time that we had together, rather than you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to go here, you want to go there, and that doesn't have to happen today. But I just wanted to spend time with you. But you know, if he just told me that from the beginning, then we could have solved that. You know, for sometimes it is as simple as it really is. And if we just simply ask for, this is what I want, that's nothing else. Babe, can you spend time with me today? Rather than you always, you know, that's how it comes out. That's how we get it as women, you know, definitive statements. Well, why you got to go over there? Or why you got to do that? And the questions are throwing us off, and it's got us feeling some type of way. We're like, I can't do anything right. Well, really, I just need you to say, I want to spend time with you today. And we could have just saved so much energy. Like
so much energy.
But it's just like, just tell me what you want, because we want it to be simple too. Just like we say, I mean, I don't have a problem saying, babe, what you doing today? How's your day? I'm trying to ask if there is space for me. But before I just up and just come out and commandeer your day, I'm going to make sure that it's a possibility. Now, I don't know if he's going to just up and say, it don't matter what's in my day, I'm going to spend time with you anyway. But it would just be so much easier if they talk to us. The way I'm saying is like, don't take me around the world. Just tell me right here you want to spend time with me, and that will solve a lot for me. And it solve a lot for us, because that's the communication. So learning to communicate with each other effectively. And the only reason why he and I didn't work, and we were talking about spreadsheets, which was like so amazing to me, but from the boss girl side, was that I recognized who he wanted that I could be. I wasn't ready to be her at that time. Like, too many moving pieces, too many moving parts. And I'm like, I would want to be over there with him, but I can't give him that right now. And I am honest enough to say, I love you, but I have to walk away from the relationship, because I would not want you to accept less than you deserve and less than what I want to give, that you should have for me.
On the flip side, was he ready to deliver what you wanted, especially on your required list?
I believe that he was, but men don't always know the depth of our needs. Meaning, I felt like I could check off a bunch of things off my list with him. I just needed simply this, to know that I was going to be first with him. The same position I was going to give to him, I needed be made sure that was the position that I was going to have. But all the other things that I thought I needed, he could provide. That one was going to take time and an in-person conversation and a good understanding of, this is what I need from you. I made the sacrifice to be here with you, but this is what I need. And I always need to always be sure of my footing, because that's the other thing that communication doesn't do for you. You need to know where you stand as the man in somebody's life, and you need to know how and where you stand as the woman in someone's life. And it shouldn't even be a question. You should never be guessing like, I wonder if they love me. I wonder if they care about me. I wonder if this, I wonder if that. If you have to wonder, then it doesn't exist.
Ooh, that's good.